Good evening, everybody. Welcome to some primetime live Twilight Struggle. Justin Abramson here with you. Max Goldman coming right up. And we've got Ted Livermore and we've got Harry Wu on tap for tonight. A great divisional matchup. And we're looking forward to this one. Both these players, very strong players, hoping for a good game tonight. I've got Max Goldman on the line tonight. And Max coming off a tough loss to Ryan Pindelik, of course, a player there's no shame in losing to. And we're hoping to enjoy this game tonight from afar. After both experiencing some tough losses recently. Max, how you doing tonight?
Well, you know what? If we're going to start off this stream off by talking about our recent losses, you know what? Why don't we talk about some other recent losses by some broadcasters on this stream?
Yeah.
Justin, for example, how's that Atlantic League playoff hopes going?
They're dead. They are absolutely
Oh,
dead as a doornail, dead and buried, like Brooks Robinson, Hall of Fame third baseman for the Baltimore Orioles. Rest in peace, Brooks. Thank you for your contributions to the great game of baseball. But yes, just completely dead, as is my undefeated ITSL season. Two losses there
well,
last week,
that
two
makes.
losses in Atlantic League this week. So I'm really hitting it from all sides here, Max.
I honestly am feeling you. I feel like this is the start of the decline right now.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it's almost like if Ted loses, it's for the best. Like all if all three of us are losing, then we could, hate ourselves together. And misery loves some company.
Yeah, no question about it. And I know JR was supposed to have a game tonight, but he's working too hard and has to cancel it. Oh, and here we go. I remember to change the screen. And here we go. We've got Ted, we've got Harry, and Ted's got some scoring cards. Wow. Okay.
Wow, that's
Okay.
dick.
So clearly, obviously, a Middle East headline. And then
Yeah,
what are you going to go 4-4-2 in Europe? I guess you're going to go 4-4-2. You have
I
decent
I
ops
think you
here.
have to 4-4-2, right? There's no question if holding Europe, if you go 3-3-2 and you get sock Govs, you're getting dominated in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question about that. Okay, so yeah, Ted is typically a 4-4-2 guy. I expect that's what we'll see from you here, and it is. And Ted gonna
I
hope to see not sock govs,
and not
not
Nasser.
Nasser, not Vietnam,
No.
not Purge.
Sock Govs is bad, but you could probably drop Europe or before he takes Dom, but you might lose France out of that. I'm always torn on that. Like, say he gets a successful coup on Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you take France and let him take Dom and you're dominated, or do you drop Europe and most likely give up France?
I think I would take France in this situation because I really like the idea of getting out of Iran. If you drop Europe in response to Italy getting cooed, you're probably going to eat an Iran coup. Okay, so Harry did have sock govs, so Ted very happy he went 4-4-2 right now.
But
And with Middle East scoring, I
then,
think you're going to see an Italy coup here, right, Max?
yeah, you got to. But so you get the Iran coup, you're down to DEFCON 3, and honestly, you could that's not that bad, right? You could dump Asia. I don't know, if you
Well,
could
yeah,
sneak out
that's the
of.
problem. If the coup is good, you have to dump Asia. You can't coup back because
Yeah,
you could eat decall with Asia scoring
call.
in your hand.
Yeah. But I mean, if you walk out of this hand up, I don't know, 4 VP on the turn, 2 VP maybe, depending on the war space, that's not that bad, right?
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. And maybe Ted wins the Korean War, gets South Korea out of it. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I assume we'll see two Italy, one West Germany. Could also, if Harry decides he doesn't want to really attack Europe, could see two West Germany, one UK, and then an Iran coup. I think as I recall,
Have you
Harry's
ever
a,
seen that?
despite the flag Harry plays under, I think he's a pretty traditional player and he likes to coup, but we'll see.
Wait, have you seen people go to West Germany, one UK? Is
I mean,
that a thing, people? I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen that too. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I've seen it if Europe is scored in the headline by the U.S. Oh, and there's a big roll on the coup.
So he does take France, but now he will get dominated. So, I mean, we'll call that one a mixed bag, will we? Like a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. And now you could see a coup. See, the problem is now you could see a coup in Iran. If it were me, I would have gone one West Germany, one France, and one maybe Afghanistan or Pakistan. Now, the
I
other
don't
tough
even know
thing
if
is
the
that the
West.
roll was a five.
I
If the
don't
roll is a four, you can go into Pakistan and you know you're not getting cooed because
could,
Harry has
but
to finish taking Italy.
like, are you cooing Iran here over taking Portugal? Because I'm taking Portugal probably 95% of the time. Maybe that's wrong. Uh, but like,
Portugal's
I'm gonna.
important, but man, a Marshall Plan headline turn two makes that not so great. Or even turn three, and obviously Ted has the scoring. Obviously, if Harry knew Ted had the scoring, you of course you're taking Portugal here.
I guess for me is if I'm gonna go for Europe and attack Italy on turn one, I'm gonna try and get a dom off it in the early war.
Yep.
And that's kind of what my logic is. And because if not, I probably coup Iran and try and play for Asia. But I don't know. Yeah, it's harder with the scoring just drop. But for I'm of the opinion like if you're in Italy, you should take Portugal and hope that you get an early dom.
Yep. And Ted, I'm sure hoping that Harry does not do that. I ran into a situation like this in my games against Gabriel just yesterday. I had all three scoring cards in my open hand, not nearly as good ops. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay. Well, and you called it, Max. He's just going to take the dom right there. And now,
I would probably consider dumping Asia right here.
yeah, I think I dumped the scoring here. But okay, Ted tries the war,
Fucking playing with fire, this
hits the
guy.
roll.
Nah, is Ted thinking he's gonna stop Dom? Like he's gonna get stack his own Dom? Like you just don't have the ARs for that.
You don't have,
And
yeah, and you don't have any. Also, don't have any four ops.
and you want to hold containment if you can, like right? Like
Yes.
if all things allow, holding containment's way better than holding CIA.
Yeah, and having already lost Italy, you definitely don't want to lose, potentially leave yourself open to a blockade.
Okay, so here's a crazy idea: dump Europe. Assume, oh well, this is going to very much depend on what Harry does, but dumping Europe, cooing South Korea. If it's a successful coup,
Okay, just going to take China. Yeah, take South Korea. Yeah,
yeah.
now you probably have to dump Asia before Afghanistan gets taken. Yep, and
But
now that's for
now,
-2 instead of -1.
and now you let him get ahead on Pac. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, now Ted needs, so he needs mill ops. He also will want it. Yeah, that's one op for one VP. I think you got to do that.
It's a that seems a like reasonable value, right? But you're also not getting to Thailand, and you need a coup. Like fuck, you need to coup. Period.
Yep. So you're
Would this
playing
be a
Europe.
situation where you coup like Afghanistan or Syria to not let the DEFCON go down? Right? Like you, I feel like you'd prefer to fuck around with.
Okay, and there goes the Iran coup. All right, now that's a 4. So Iran's at, so
So
yeah,
I feel
Ted
like
now has to score Europe and give away that 5 points. Rough first turn here for Ted. He is in Afghanistan, so he will but he can't take Pakistan on
no.
AR6. He's got a coup. He can't give up 3 VPs and go down 8 after turn 1. That's just you. That's a thing you cannot do.
And this is what I'm talking about. Instead of taking France, drop the scoring.
So if he drops the scoring, though,
Granted,
it's still 3, and
it's
that
three.
only
Yeah, you're
cost
right.
him
It's
2
three.
points.
It also puts him in. He has an extra AR here to have cooed and like done more instead of having France. But I do understand the not wanting to be down to one battleground in Europe.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
I get it, but it's like I don't know, having a coup and having three ops right now to like take pack or whatever. Like it's not a bad thing. No matter what, though, it's a hard turn to play. Period.
Yeah.
Like it's a tricky turn.
Yeah, you can easily get off 9 V if your opponent headlines something like, captured Nazi. you could easily get off 9 VPs and dump Asia for one, and you're feeling good about yourself even if the board doesn't look great. Instead,
Yeah.
Ted down 5 VPs. And
So are you cooing Iraq or Syria here? Like, where would you prefer the DEFCON to go, assuming Harry doesn't drop it?
uh, if I'm given that I'm not in Malaysia, I don't know.
Four, right?
I guess DEFCON 4 is better. You
I
also
think
like
so.
AI war is around as well, which is a problem in the Middle East. Um, yeah, I don't know. I might
I don't
try
know.
Syria.
I actually don't have the right answer for this one. Like, I'm just being completely honest. I don't know what is better. Like, four seems like it could be better to like defend Asia when you're holding the China card, but
Yeah,
could also be worse.
Thailand
Like,
is lost. If Harry gets decall Vietnam, um, decall
arguably
Vietnam,
peace
Thailand
style,
is just lost.
unless Ted picks up defectors.
Yes, of course.
Seeing defectors would probably give Ted a big sigh of relief. And in which case, I think DEFCON 4 makes more sense to have a counter coup or be able to take a slap at Pakistan.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you could, in theory, if you're Harry, just event decall. If you get defected, you could trigger decall on AR1 and get Thailand out of it.
Thailand. Yeah. So,
You give up a coup, which is not great, but you do get Thailand. Now, maybe Harry doesn't want to give up a coup because Asia is scored, and he'll let Ted get into Malaysia. But yeah, this is a rough start for Ted. Wow, he's behind in the space race. He's behind in Europe. He's behind in Asia, and the Middle East is blank. Um, think about
I mean,
extra
no
influence on the
matter,
board. Ted has one extra influence in Afghan. Oh my goodness! And there's D-Stall.
oh boy, was not expecting that if I'm going to be honest.
Okay, well, you're getting a coup target here, Ted. Okay, well
Oh,
now
that's,
now you have to take a what? What are you gonna? You're gonna coup Angola? You're gonna coup Venezuela?
and just give up all of Southeast Asia, though. Man, that's whew, not great. Not great at all. I mean, knowing me, I'm going for Venezuela here because it's just it's, it's so much harder to flip. And if you could at least have Venezuela and Brazil going into the mid war, you're doing yeah. I think that's the right choice with only one op in there.
Yep.
I think that the risk reward when you're behind it kind of dictates that you have to do that. And if you draw four, you could possibly take Pakistan and Iran if Harry decides to coup because he Harry probably has to coup to protect Angola, right?
Yes, I think you do have to coup.
Or you're going to get three VP from Duck if Harry does it goes that way. So
Okay,
I
so
mean, this is an obvious
yep,
containment
this is a
hand.
clear containment hand. Any day of the week and twice on Sunday. You probably don't want to hold U.S. Japan through. That seems like a very bad card to hold through. So you're only going to get 5 ops out of it, but still you will take it. No decall here, no Vietnam, and no defectors. So Africa could look ugly here.
But if you give up the coup and you put ComCon into Pakistan and Iran, you're not doing that bad right now.
Yep.
Like it's not great, but it could be a lot worse, right? If you pick up India and Pakistan and
Yep.
you could maybe move out of Israel into Egypt, like
Yes, that's true.
you're
Also, but also no Nasser, no AI war, no IP war.
IP war. Yeah, there's a
Lots of
lot.
cards that Ted would have liked to not have played against him are in Harry's hand. I don't think Ted was probably all that worried about De Gaulle. I don't think he was all that worried about Romanian. So, yeah, going to be a powerful headline here. Yeah, Ted just needs to hope this fails.
Yeah.
Just enough. And that is quite problematic. Yep, we got to see a coup, I assume, of Panama, although Venezuela, if Harry's feeling frisky, gets a 3.
I'd say that's arguably not that bad for Ted right now.
Yep, I think it's 2
Oh, no,
Iran.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no, Ted.
no,
It
no,
has
no.
to be two pack. You cannot let him step in there and take that and then have to risk an IP war if you take India. No, I don't agree with this at all.
Okay, what 4 ops are left?
NATO,
Purge,
NTB, and Marshall.
yeah. So yeah, we've only seen 2 of the 4 ops. A very good chance that Harry has a 4 op to go 3 pack and 1 Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have much preferred 2 pack there. I think.
With if you're holding IP war, maybe I'm okay with this.
Yes,
Not
yeah.
holding
You
IP war,
bait the 3 Pakistan here, but Harry
and then
probably has IP war, and so we'll have no
yeah,
problem going 3 Pakistan.
because then what? You're going to go three India and lose on another 50-50 roll? Like, oh, not good. Um, if I'm Ted, though, I'm basically going to start planning from here out on the turn to either take Nigeria or get Milops on Saharan state. I think one Algeria to walk towards Libya and Nigeria is paramount at this point.
Yes, yes, I agree. That needs to happen.
Oh man, losing Israel is this board looks a lot better if you have Israel.
Yeah. Okay. What are we going to see here? Just a 2 op play. Interesting. Probably 1-1 would be my guess. Oh, 2
No,
Thailand. That shows serious weakness. As
or
well as
that
not
says,
holding defectors also shows serious weakness.
well, yeah. I mean, does he not have a free three? Like Ted does have China. Oh no, Ted. I get Iraq. I agree that's important. I agree moving to India is important in case IP war on Pac's successful. But I think the Algeria plays really important here.
Yeah, Algeria to threaten both Nigeria and Libya. I don't mind Iraq, and this is fine. And yes, of course. Sorry, Max, you're completely right. Ted has China, so Harry had to go 2 into Thailand and not just 1. Um, and he's going to concede Pakistan and India, or we'll see if he has the war. But if Ted can wind up with Pakistan and India, oh, that's annoying.
Uh,
Okay, well, forget about the Nigeria walk.
I still think you put one Algeria.
I mean, you could take Algeria here, right? All the early war regions are scored. Is there any reason not to just put special relationship into Algeria here?
I almost yeah. Make a
Also, talk to me, Max,
realigns. I don't know.
about a AR6 double break of Italy followed by a Truman headline.
I mean, that's not a bad plan. I also think getting to Brazil as an if that something like that's not an option to get to Uruguay for AR6 is also really important.
Yep, that is good. Yeah, you need to get into Brazil. I don't like that Ted's using the 4 op here. I'd much rather use the 3. He's really wondering where to use that 4th op. Malaysia, Saudi, India, these can all wait. These can all wait. I
And
like using the 2 op and just take Algeria.
I think Brazil's like getting to Brazil is going to be important, so I don't mind that. I would not mind the fourth in there.
Yep.
But you also can't. The double break Italy is off the board.
Yes.
But if Ted draws Marshall, he could probably even up Europe for the rest of the game. So that's something.
Yes. The fact that
I would
Harry
say
used defectors there suggests he has another card he wants to hold. Um,
5 year plan, perhaps.
could be 5-year plan. Although there's no bad there's no bad early war regions for him, so he doesn't really need to hold 5-year plan. Um, but I guess probably doesn't want a space 5-year plan just to hold defectors. He might want to hold
UN.
Marshall, but I think I'd just as soon space Marshall
Yeah.
and
It
hold
could be holding
defectors.
UN and hope that you draw Japan or Marshall turn three.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of as the US are if holding UN if you don't have a blue four.
Yep. And Harry sniffs out the potential Tunisia walk there by going 1
I like Tunisia, or hell, go to Saharan states, Brazil. Like
Yeah, I
taking
like
Iraq
Brazil
is
here.
not taking Iraq's not doing too much for you, if I'm being honest.
No.
But
Ted obviously concerned about the IP war, and what did he do here? It looks like he put one in what country here in the early war, Max?
during the pregame pep talk, I said try and avoid placing ops into Burma in the early war if you can.
So he put one in Burma. That means Harry took Lao. Now Ted's got two ops here. What? No, that
Yeah.
was a misclick.
Okay, so here, please go Brazil. You have to see Uruguay. If he has not moved to Argentina, like that is so clutch. Like that's so clutch.
Yeah, spreading out in the mid. Okay,
Burma, Burma.
so he's going to take
Fuck.
India. He's going to take India AR6. But
Oh
now
my
you don't
God.
want to go Brazil. You definitely don't want to go Brazil with the third and give an easy coup target there.
No. Ugh. I'd more like to see Special go in like one Thailand or something and threaten the flip with
Yeah.
China. Like force him not to coup, get a coup on that Africa.
The other thing is India doesn't stop Dom. So you're
No.
going to see you have
That
to go India. Just going to go. All right. So not going to roll the dice. He's just got to get presence in the Middle East. Yep. And I think you got to go Malaysia here. Yep.
ugh. It's like sure it stops Dom. I would have liked to see something a little bit more aggressive when you're down by eight.
Yes. Okay. Ted goes into turn three down by 8. That's not good. Now Ted needs Marshall here. Got to see Marshall. Doesn't get
No.
it. So Marshall and NATO on Harry's side. Did we see NTB? I don't think we saw NTB last year. So Harry gets all
No.
three remaining fours.
So that I'm sure Ted's cursing under his breath right now.
5-year plan could be a
Um,
good headline here.
I was just about to say 5 year plan's not the worst headline.
That's not a good
Oh,
redraw.
I think you have to. I don't know.
Asia's probably not going to get worse.
You're holding Vietnam. You're probably not gonna. I mean, a decal redraw I probably would headline it here with defectors unseen. Like it's only like the risk reward with your position in Africa is already like the risk isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, decall's already gotten you everything it can. No reason to. Yeah, if decall is a fine headline here. But I think Ted. The
so
problem is Ted could fight back in Asia if
that's what I was
against the
gonna
decall
say.
headline. He
Exactly.
has
That's
China. This
yeah.
is risky, but I understand it. I understand it because he wants to use his ops to fight elsewhere.
So Marshall, NTB, NATO, Fidel is half Harry's hand. I think I'm inventing 5 year plan
Yeah,
right now.
5-year plan pulling any of those is pretty good, especially with special in your hand.
Yeah,
That can go to Italy on AR6, and special's a redraw.
yeah.
So
Like,
you event 5-year plan. Now you're going to have to take the risk that it hits duck and you just lose the game. But Ted is the type of player who will take that risk.
oh, is Duck also known? Do we know 5 cards?
Um,
Fidel Duck. Yeah, Fidel Duck,
that's right. I don't think
NATO,
we've seen duck. So in that case, I
NTB,
think I
and
would have
Marshall.
headlined 5-year plan.
Yeah, I mean that. I'd happily pull any of those five.
And hey, maybe one of the other cards is CIA. You pull duck, you just win the game right here. Oh no, he has NTB.
Yeah,
Never mind. Never mind.
but man, even pulling NTV and sending DefCon to 5, I think benefits Harry,
Well, no,
benefits
NTB
Ted
would just
here,
get
right?
discarded.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, I am. Well, this is why I'm not undefeated at Twilight Struggle, and I'm 7-1 and not 8-0. It's exactly why.
Harry thinking hard about his headline. He has strong cards that he's happy to have in his hand, but none of them are good headlines. I think Fidel is a fine headline if he doesn't have anything else. This is a risky play from Ted here.
So I don't think Harry has decal. Right? Like with those five cards in your hand, I feel like decal, if you redrew decal, you're just gonna headline decal. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
mean, I
what?
guess Fidel's because I'd say like I'd argue that having Fidel evented is more important than having decal evented again right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think of those cards, like Fidel is a fine headline if you don't have anything else. I wonder what Harry's thinking so hard about. He also knows De Gaulle, Nasser, Indy Reds. None of those are good headlines for Ted.
So here's the only thing that I'd be thinking, yeah, with NTB, like you're not even scared about 5 year plan hitting Duck and CIA, and if you redrew CIA holding NTB, like
Yeah,
I don't.
Harry could be he could be thinking about headlining CIA here, right? I mean that maybe that's what he's thinking about. And maybe he's concerned Ted's headlining Middle East, but I don't know. I'm not
I
sure
don't
what
know.
Harry's thinking so hard about. Maybe Harry redrew Europe and he's trying to map out a path to winning the game right here on turn 3.
Even then, that's not enough, right?
No, I mean Europe, double space, and mill ops only
It's
get you
not
to
enough.
17. Okay, Fidel's fine. That's awfully bit anticlimactic there. Okay, so Ted gets away with the Asia play.
And now you're going to get a 4-up coup on Venezuela. I don't like having not moved out of Venezuela.
Yep. Nope, you're not. Yeah, so he did.
Oh,
That's
so
exactly
there
what
it
he was thinking
is.
about. Is if he wants to headline CIA,
Man, I mean, we knew how good
5 year
his
plan
hand was,
headline,
but
pulling
like,
duck, man. Obviously NTB, he saves him, but then Ted gets 2 coups in Africa and reshapes the whole region.
yeah, like, okay, well, at least he got Nigeria. That is something. And there's no way for Harry to get mill up, so Ted's guaranteed a VP here, which I know it's not much, but you take what you can get, right?
Yep.
Um, Nasser's not bad.
Yep.
You
I'm
know,
definitely eventing. I'm definitely
blockades.
letting Nasser get evented and taking it out of the deck.
You hold special for Natal, as we like to call it in the business.
Yeah. And I think I
Um,
really want to I want to get into Brazil. Obviously, we got to take Mexico.
so I know you're a big proponent of getting De Gaulle off the deck. Do you would you not UN him here and grab the free ops?
I think I would UN him here. I think that's fine.
Right?
If I had something good to do with my ops, I would.
Yeah, if you have nothing to do, that's one thing. I also think holding 5 year plan and waiting to see how Harry handles this hand is interesting. Hell, eventing indie Reds because having seen Truman, like Romanian's a VP. Romania's a VP.
Yeah,
Like I just
that is interesting.
like
Inventing
honestly,
independent
like
Reds. That's a good play. Also gives you access to
I
Turkey.
the Turkey, right? Like I don't know. I'm just saying, like that's not a bad play. I could see Harry putting Marshall into Greece and Turkey
Yeah. Yeah, I'm holding
because
5 year plan until I see duck space, and then I'm very strongly considering eventing it.
yeah, I mean, I would if I'm Ted, I'd love to use 5 year plan and hit NATO, like force that to be played. Hell,
Yeah, getting Marshall or
whoa, whoa, whoa,
NATO.
whoa, 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 whoa. Say Harry spaces, not duck and misses. Do you event 5 year plan for the 20% chance of winning the game?
Oh,
If or
100%. But Harry will definitely
maybe
space
30
duck.
will he?
There goes
What if he's
NTB.
like 5 year plan's known, right? Yeah,
No, 5
there's
year
no
plan.
way Harry pulls.
Is it?
Is it? Yeah, 5 year plan's known.
Oh, it is. Okay.
5 year.
Okay, so Harry's going
Yeah,
to hold on to duck as long as possible.
yeah, yeah. But with NTB out, like I don't know if Harry just got careless and spaced duck right now. I think I'm taking the 25% chance of winning the game, 75% chance of winning the game on the spot. Fuck it. Pardon my French. But with this board, like, I don't know, 75% chance of winning on the spot? Fuck yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Man, yeah. Boy, a 5-year plan headline could have been real interesting. So, yeah, you're right, Max. 5-year plan was known, and Harry said, "I want a headline CA, but then if 5-year plan pulls duck, I lose the game."
Duck. Yeah.
That's what it was, and he was
Yes,
worried about a 5-year plan headline.
That's exactly what it was.
Because
and
he
Harry
knows
said,
if it was
okay.
evented, because then he can just get rid of it AR1.
I would argue, yeah, which means Harry's going to hold duct and space it AR6 probably, right? Like,
yeah, but I'd have no problem using 5-year plan to. Although now that Ted used UN, he's going to have to play special before that.
No, I mean, he can still get special off AR6, assuming if Harry waits to space duck AR6, like, oh, you think he might hold NATO?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, what does Harry have to do with his ops? Harry needs to take Chile and Argentina. I think Harry would love to double space here.
I mean, with my hand, I'm probably not giving up NORAD.
I think Harry spaces duck, and then if he succeeds, he spaces again. And if he spaces duck early, yeah. I'd love if I'm Ted to hit Marshall, NATO, or NORAD are all strong hits. And also, obviously, not allowing Harry to hold a card into the mid-war is nice too, no matter what you hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
let's
if you're
take
Ted.
Okay, here's NATO. All right. Yep, and okay, so
Ted
that says he
Greece,
plans to give Marshall 2.
Yeah, and he's going to hold NORAD.
Now, do you? It's crazy, right, to just stick a special into Turkey now? That's crazy.
I was just about to say that. You know what? It's so much more powerful had you invented Indie Reds, and you had Romanian.
Yeah, Indie Reds would have been a good event. I don't like this early Vietnam.
I mean, I think you just put Nasser into Mexico, right? Like,
Nasser into Mexico is fine. Yeah, Harry doesn't have the scoring.
Yeah.
Harry knows you don't have the scoring.
Man, yeah, if you had invented Indie Reds,
Vietnam.
I don't
know if I understand that. I think I would have liked those. I think I would have liked to have those 2 ops.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. If I'm Harry, I'm taking Botswana here, right?
Yeah, you want to fill up Chile, Argentina, and yeah, taking Botswana is fine.
So had we invented Indie Reds and specialed into Turkey, it's 5-5. So you're behind. So I mean, it's not bad, right?
Yeah. Then Dom is stopped. Yeah, Independent Reds would have been a good event there.
And then Vietnam goes into Brazil.
Write that one down, Max, about eventing Independent Reds on turn 3.
Okay, in case everyone here doesn't know, I'm acting as Justin's secretary for this game as well.
Yep.
It's like Santa's little helper.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are, Max. Okay, so there goes Marshall, as we suspected. Okay, Canada, UK, and the battlegrounds, and yeah, this is Europe's just going to be ugly here.
So, okay, at this point, I think you go for a mid-turn eventing special.
Benelux and yeah, Finland, I think, is fine.
Right? Like, special's not going to do anything as an AR6 play, so just take your VP.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, would you want to put? What do you want to do? You want to put it into Greece?
I just put it to Italy. Like,
Okay.
right? Like now you could tap Italy. Like you're gonna force him to put an op in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like no, I think that's the right play by Ted.
Okay.
Um,
So Marshall and NATO both given. Um, and
Harry
now we
not
said
having
NORAD and
space.
Duck in Harry's hand.
Yeah, so I'd like to see Nasser go to Uruguay so that 5 year plan can tap Argentina because I assume Harry's going to space here. Like you, it's NORAD and Duck. You gotta assume you have a free AR. I think you tap Argentina and set up a dom with Uruguay, right?
Yeah. So you're going to go one Uruguay here,
Or
but you need to fill Mexico too, don't you?
yeah,
You
so the other option I think is Nasser into Mexico, but I don't know then how to properly use the 5 year plan ops. This is the only thing I actually don't think you should do.
okay. So Ted thinking about. Okay.
Like this is literally the only thing you should not do. Do not do this. Go back. What the sorry,
I don't
but
understand this.
this is
Okay. Okay. All
this
right. All
is
right.
this streams for children as well. But what the fuck did Canada get you there?
So Harry's just going to space Duck now.
Yeah, so what the fuck did Canada do for you?
That didn't give Harry anything to respond
Okay.
to. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ted is thinking Ted's going to
Santa's
event
little
5 year
elf.
plan and hit NORAD. That's what Ted's going to do.
It's not worth giving up China. Put Nasser in then. Like, I don't know what like I don't know. Santa's little helper is asking, why did you play China so
Yeah. I
poorly
also want to give
E3?
up. I also want to give up Nasser
Right?
on in the early war
Like
and get it out of the deck, even though it gives Middle
you
East
do.
Dom. But okay. Ted plays 5 year plan. He gets NORAD. NORAD is now active. Does Ted now? The other question is: does Ted have good NORAD targets?
South Korea at the moment.
South Korea is it. Well, he's about to get another one in Poland. He CRGs will make NORAD very nice. Yeah, CRGs will make NORAD very good.
Yeah,
I think CRGs is the no-brainer headline here.
I
If you
agree.
don't see Quagmire, CRG threatens a Thailand flip if you see a coup, so that probably gets you a coup in Africa.
And you're surrounding Angola.
Yep, and Salt event also could be nice here. Get you another NORAD activation.
Yeah. Well, salt posts you salt after you've prevented the Pope, right?
Yes, for sure.
Right? Like get too many NORAD targets on the board that he can't deal with everything.
Yes. So CRG, I like the CRG headline.
Same.
Um,
So Zaire, Angola, Thailand, Vietnam.
yep. Oh, that's huge. That is a
That's
disaster if Harry has the scoring. Even if he doesn't have the scoring,
that,
it's a big problem.
that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. No matter however you slice that one. That's
We didn't talk about it, but yeah, maybe Ted should have gotten one into Jordan to stop that. But yeah, turn 4 Muslim revolution is a disaster. Okay.
you have to go Angola. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Angola for
Yes.
sure. 100%
But
has
that
to be Angola and Thailand.
no,
Thailand.
no,
You've got
NORAD.
NORAD. This has
Oh,
got to be Thailand.
he's forgot about NORAD. He's
No,
forgot about
no.
NORAD.
This has to be Thailand.
Uh,
This has to be.
oh my god.
Oh no, 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 no. I mean, okay, NORAD. So now NORAD can flip Angola, but you have Southeast Asia scoring in your hand.
Yeah, like obviously trying to flip Thailand is the okay. Why are you bad and why didn't CRG go into Thailand? All right. That's a two-part question. One is A, why are you bad? B, why didn't CRG go into Thailand?
So I mean, I think it's fine if Harry doesn't coup here, then it's fine. I think the whole idea was to get yourself a coup in Africa because Harry, there's no way Harry was going to allow Thailand to be flipped.
I mean, is the difference that possibly Africa control or not?
Yep.
I will say this though: once you've cooed Zaire, hopefully, and realigned Angola, you can give up Che.
Okay, so here comes the coup, and we'll see it in Zaire. Okay. All right, so
So
now Ted flips Angola.
yeah, like that's the difference between four battlegrounds and an easy six battle and five battlegrounds, and that
Yeah.
extra battleground is pretty valuable if you ask me.
Yeah. So cultural here, and then taking Iran back. Okay. That's another good point, is that Ted was probably did not want to flip, was not going to spend 3 ops to flip Thailand. He needed to get back into the Middle East.
Yeah, but also with I don't know. Yeah, probably you're right. Um, with salt, maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a way back into the Middle East to like puppet or something get space. I don't know.
Yeah, so you definitely want to event Salt here. I think you want to, but you want to event the Pope, and I think you want to score Southeast Asia first. You don't want to get, have a bunch of chaos in there, and you have to play that
Yeah,
scoring.
yeah, for sure. I think here you would do like if he doesn't flip Angola, he probably like I would do either subs into Southeast Asia or subs to beef up Angola. I don't think subs is worth an event here. But
No.
now that but now is also is Salt that good of an event, right? Like you're holding three of the two of the one stabs.
Yeah, so you trade coups, and then you get another NORAD op.
Oh, true, true. Which would be really good if you were in Thailand.
That'd be really good if you were in Thailand. Yes, it would.
Be really good if you're in Thailand. What do you pick up with Salt? There's not much in the deck right now. I would consider just picking up Special for two more VP.
Yeah, special's not bad. Um, let's see.
You also need Milops, so you almost have to event Salt.
Yeah, I think we're spacing decal here, and we're just going to give Che. We're going to give Assault coup of Assault handicapped coup of Botswana. Right? We're going to give Che, or are you going to get? I mean, we're definitely giving Nasser. You could take a 0 op coup in
Man,
Zaire.
you're basically gonna run out of ARs. You're just straight up gonna run out of ARs.
So you need to event the Pope. You need to score Southeast Asia on that's AR 3 and 4.
Yeah, you just don't have the ARs to do it.
Okay, Ted doesn't
So
care about that. I'd score Southeast Asia here.
I'd swear Southeast Asia also.
Southeast Asia is not going to get any better. You want to get rid of the obligation.
You cannot event Salt without scoring Southeast Asia.
You could put Nasser into the Philippines if you really wanted to, but I don't.
But again, you're just gonna run out of ARs.
Okay, spacing decal's fine, but I don't understand what. But that could have waited.
I mean, Southeast Asia is probably not getting worse. Like,
So I guess there are other. Are there, man? Are there other good targets for NORAD? I mean, I guess yeah, Iraq and South Korea. Those aren't great.
I
I'm
mean,
thinking of
you'd
like of
love
holding on to
to
the
have.
Pope and eventing him next turn. The Pope. I mean, you know how I feel about the Pope,
So
Max, but I think it's
actually,
a must
so
event here.
actually, 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 um, if you salted for,
Oh, that's terrible.
you fucked up so bad there.
I don't understand this.
Oh no, no, this is terrible.
You're still dominated in the Middle East. Pope would have
Yeah,
been a
what
good
you're gonna
event
hope?
with NORAD in play.
Yeah,
Now you got to score
or
Southeast Asia. You're
oh
not
my,
going to
what
get
are you
Milops.
doing? What's going on here? No, you can't do that and give him a coup on Botswana.
I mean, I think he's hoping that the coup is good, and then Ted can coup back and get Milops. Okay, now Ted gets Milops.
Okay, okay,
That's a
fine,
that's a win for
fine,
Ted.
okay, fine, fine. If you're gonna roll a five, sorry, I think if you're me and you know you're going to roll a two, you don't do it. Two Max and Coos, we roll twos. So do you just hope that you're going to be able to Kennedy Nasser and he just never comes out again?
Yeah, man. I also would have played Sadat way earlier if I were Harry, knowing that Ted has Nasser. I don't know why Harry waited that long.
Yeah, same.
And, in that situation where if I'm Ted, I'm like, okay, well, he didn't play it like AR1. I would have Kuga it,
One,
honestly.
yeah.
I would have just taken
Like
the one op coup.
Nasser's known.
Because yes, because
known.
Nasser's
Like,
known. I'm very surprised Harry didn't do that. And honestly, I fault Ted a little bit, but not that much because Ted could have made the assumption that okay, well, Harry didn't play it. He doesn't
I have
have
time.
it.
Yeah. But it probably was a higher priority than space.
Yes.
I don't know. To me, like
waiting.
getting Nasser out is like, so Harry's shuffling for Salt. He's going to give up a VP, but I think with special, you can like being able to headline special into Italy is
I mean,
not
yeah, I'm
bad.
I'm still eventing Salt. I think I give up the one VP, event Salt, if there's something I can grab. What am I? We're grabbing special. We could grab 5-year plan.
Or NT Beach and just take a
Yeah, I think
four.
special's
Can
fine.
you grab UN?
No, he grabs special.
No, but could you grab UN for Nasser?
Well, you could. That's not bad.
Like
All right. DEFCON all the way up to 5.
it's interesting.
And here is some garbage. VOA is nice.
It's not enough.
But this is some garbage. Okay, Blockade's going to have to dump. We will bury you. You have to. Allende is no big deal. You space libs, and then you have to. And then you have to give Nasser, which completely flips Egypt.
I'd almost argue that you would consider VOAing Egypt and Libya. Right?
Yeah.
But also, you don't have to. I guess you put blockade and Allende into Libya. You event Camp David.
Yeah, the problem is if you flip over Libya and lose Egypt, that doesn't do anything for you. You're still dominated. You have to keep both.
No. That's why you have to event Nasser after Camp David. And then maybe put one more in to bring it to, what, 5 to...
Yeah. You probably give Nasser on AR7 to make Egypt 2-3. The issue with that is if you do that, Harry knows Nasser. He doesn't know about any of your other cards, but Harry knows that your last play will be a 1-up, and he can punish you for that. Now, Ted's going to be throwing his keyboard when he sees a socialist government's headline here.
Fuck, this is a really bad hand.
Yes, this hand is terrible. But if we're going to get a 1-op coup, and if we're going to just trade some 1-op coups in Africa, it's not so bad.
Could be worse.
The hope here, I think, is you use special. You put 2 in Italy. Harry has to fix immediately. You get 2 coups in Africa to his 1, and you can make some use of these 1-ops. And then you can use OAS to take Panama if you want, or probably more likely 1 Panama, 1 Nicaragua or Haiti. And you don't want to see junta, and you don't. I
would almost say OAS 1 Argentina, 1 Panama. Like just keep the NORAD off rolling.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Right?
Talk about NORAD.
I feel like the game is very different when you can roll that NORAD up. Because you just need to get 1 in, right? Because you can't overprotect everything. There's always something on the board for NORAD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what would be funny? A funny headline here from Harry. I think we've seen it, but a funny headline would be purge. It would be a 0-op purge. It would be a 1-op purge. Only libs hit. It only hits libs,
which is actually a pretty devastating hit.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Because you
can't space that.
Yeah, and that's a card you don't want to see. Because Harry can use that to protect Italy. He'll use one. I assume he will just use one to protect Italy, three somewhere else, and then he will
Harry
coup on
does,
AR1. Ted gets a
yeah, but
coup.
Harry doesn't really have
Harry
a
gets a coup.
great place to put three. I really don't like having not evented the Pope, and like usually I'm someone who is very willing to not event the Pope if the time calls for it. But I think this was a time to event the Pope.
Oh wow!
Um,
Just takes a
that's pretty.
huge swing at Mexico and hits.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's really bad. This does force. Yeah, but Harry wants the last coup, right? Like,
And that coup was so huge, Ted's VOA will do nothing.
yeah,
Like, what the heck is this VOA going to do? I mean, your idea of Libya, Egypt, maybe that's the best. Okay,
okay. I mean, we'll take Japan.
two there. And yeah, going to take Dom. Okay, Harry wants to walk to Panama, but Ted can put both OAS ops in there. Okay, Ted thinking about a we will bury you coup, but then you have to hold blockade. I mean, you could coup with we will bury you, take Africa control.
I mean, if you coup with We Will Bury You, you're going to force a counter coup in Nigeria, which gives you time to OAS
Well,
probably
there's
two into
no
Panama.
DEFCON is four, so
Yeah,
so
sorry.
that would give Ted
Yes,
the last word.
that's right. If Africa does not come out before Harry flips the battleground, it's not worth it. Is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I don't mind this. We will bury you play. You could just take a one-op coup on Zaire, but
But then he has the last coup.
yeah, but then if Harry takes
Yeah.
the last coup, you can get a coup on Nicaragua, potentially realign it.
I think if you're going to go big, you go Argentina. You only need a three. Flip Dom. Like go from even to Dom. That's a higher value play than bring
That's
Africa
true.
to control.
Yeah,
That's my
that's true.
opinion.
That's true. Yeah,
Or
take the
fuck coup
66%
Libya
shot on Argentina. Oh,
or Lib.
Libya. Libya is better. Yeah, Libya is better. I want to shut off Harry's source of points because he's going to be at 9.
Yeah, like maybe Libya makes sense.
Yeah, now you are going to have to give up Nasser at the end of the turn.
Yeah, so I guess if you're going to use Wheel Bury You, I think the only thing you don't do is coup Zaire.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big moment in the game. So blockade discarding We Will Bury You is a fine play. You coup Zaire, you eat a coup back in probably Angola or Zaire if the coup is successful. Then you coup Nicaragua with another one-op. You're going to take Panama with OAS. You'll space Libs. And you have to give up Nasser. Middle East is going to look real bad. Boy, voice just now the fact that Harry took the
Harry's
other
going to
issue
score Central,
also
right? Like
how many VPs is Central right now? It's 3 4. That's 7 VPs, right?
that,
So you give up We Will Bury You, and then Harry just responds by scoring Central. You're down 16, and
I
Middle East
think
wins the
Harry.
game.
I think Harry will play into Costa Rica and try and get control to win the game,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to OAS into it.
Okay. Well, good thing you
Wow,
went for
it's
Zaire.
okay.
Great play, Ted, to go to Zaire.
Great play.
Great
Hey,
play.
if you if you know you're rolling a one, then that was fantastic. You outsmarted me there, Teddy Pooh.
Okay. Now, 5-year plan is gone. So we know Africa will get scored. The question, Ted just has to survive long enough to score it. Yep, and there it is. Harry's not going to be a pig. Good play from Harry, and now he's going to be up 16 VPs, well, 15 after Camp David gets invented. And Ted has got four one-ups in his hand.
Oh man, imagine you space and get one small step.
Yeah.
just to thank Camp
Camp
David, you
David,
know,
Camp
like
David, Camp David, Camp David, Camp David. Trigger it now. Trigger it now.
if you're gonna do that, you have to pull also. Yeah.
Just do Camp David first.
I mean, yeah. This Camp David doesn't stop.
Camp David
Like
doesn't
you
stop
still lose,
Dom, but it does mean Middle East scoring doesn't win the game.
but Europe still does.
That's well, Europe still does anyway.
So, well, I mean, at least we'll be able to get on with our day pretty quickly, and Mrs. Towel won't be mad at you.
No, no.